Yo, what's going on?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is
What's up, people?
the legend himself. What's going
up?
on, peoples? We are here.
No way.
Yes way.
Yes
Dude,
way. All the
no, no. She's gonna be.
This is up to you to
Yeah, man. Hide this gem. This is free.
Should we just surprise her with it right now, right?
Yeah,
It's up to you.
let's
how
do
you
it.
wanna
Yeah.
do it.
I got this table set up right there. See it?
Oh,
And then I'll
yeah.
just be like, come out, and then we'll get her.
All right.
But you can park right here. Just the present. Dude, the boys, the 13th watch over here.
13th watch and full of
Yes.
happy to be here, making the dream possible.
No way.
Yes way.
This is the
Yes, my
this is
brother.
the best
My brother, man.
gift.
Right.
It's so much cooler than I even imagined. They did it good.
Yeah.
Who did that at Walmart?
I got it shop right.
Oh, nice.
All right, that lead the way.
Yeah, put it right here.
Okay. This is it. This is nice.
This is where I work now.
I
Yeah.
love it.
This is
What's
it.
up, Sammy?
What's going on?
Wait till you see this.
Hi guys.
How you
how are
doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see
All right. What's up, Finn?
Fin's now.
Take a look.
Oh my gosh! A cake?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
This
what they
is
got
so
for us.
nice.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you, present.
This is nice.
It's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is the best.
Yes. Had to do it. Had to do it. Been wanting to do it for a while.
This is cool. How'd they do that?
And it's edible.
It's edible.
Yep.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness.
I like this, man. I like this
This
setup.
is so awesome. Man.
The setup is cool.
This
This
is,
is so
you know,
cool.
when people
Oh, man.
say this is where the magic happens. Well, it happens
this
right
is
here.
Where, this is where it happens. This is where it all goes down. I love it, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I like how you got the mixture of just like a collection of things. I like that.
Yeah, I wanted to do one workstation here and then
Okay.
one back here, but we just haven't got that far.
Okay.
So that we could do like different projects and stuff at the same time.
All right.
Because it gets hard to do it all on one computer, you know?
Right.
So of all the different ways people depict the Jersey Devil, this is pretty close. Is that what you're saying?
That's close
That's
to
the-
what we seen.
Probably the most accurate. The tail. It's the only thing that we didn't see, but could have been there, were the wings.
The wings, but they could have
they
just been
weren't- but
tucked
they could have
in.
been down to the body.
To the body. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But other than that, that is spot on. Exactly, probably the best representation of the Jersey Devil.
Man, I'm so glad to be here, man.
I
'cause
know, man.
Today,
I still got the picture you gave me.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yo,
it. That's it.
crazy.
That's it. Now look. Now hold that up to his shirt. Look at that.
Yeah.
The arm being.
I mean, this is
curled and
obviously like
everything.
making the face more animated, but
Yeah, but just as a
Yo,
general
that's-
profile, yes, for sure.
And you can see it. You can see it morphing in.
Where it took shape.
Wow, man. I think you had that. That's great, man. That's great.
but we do have the half putt. The half putt.
This is sick. Look at this.
So this is like, I was trying to make this like a separate area back here so you can't, you know, see it from the road or anything. And then this is our studio here for the podcast.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Check this out.
This is cool. Okay.
Podcast.
Okay. Yo, this is hot.
That's sick. The black cat with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
tux. That's awesome.
Some guys sent us that mask, so I figured it fits the whole scene.
Man, got the traffic
So there you
light.
go. Episode 3.
Strange occupations.
Michael and Stefaun, the Jersey Devil.
Is that how I spell your name right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
AUN.
Where are you going? Come here. Come on. Should I get her?
Yeah.
Dude, what's up?
It's a beautiful day. It stopped raining. We got the same hat on.
Mine's slightly different,
A
but
little bit different.
see, yours has a green brim under.
I wear this hat. I wore it all around.
Yeah, I just gave his sons back there too. I just gave him the same one. I heard you did a book report on the Jersey Devil.
I did a book report on the Jersey Devil and the legend of it. I don't remember a lot about it because it was a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago.
Right.
What's your claim today?
Today is coffee, and I'm getting a Italian dinner made by an ex-girlfriend from a long time ago.
My man.
So you're living the dream.
So I'm living the dream. I
Living the dream.
don't have to work tonight, and we go back to the crab trap on Wednesday. It's not rain.
Ocean City, right? Crab Trap, Ocean City.
No, we're here in Summers Point.
I thought it was Ocean City for some reason.
It's literally right on where you go over the bridge.
Right over the bridge.
Ocean City's like right next to it, yeah.
Crab Trap. I heard of that. I heard they got good seafood.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I heard. So I heard sometimes you don't get there, and certain times you don't get in because that's how. 1-1.
All right, we are officially recording. So welcome back, everybody. Episode 3 of Season 2, Strange Occupations podcast, about to go down. Special guests, these two gentlemen, the world-renowned Jersey Devil experts right here. For real. All right, so this has been a while since we wanted to do this, right?
Long time coming.
6 years. 6 years. 6 years since probably the inception. Maybe a little less, maybe 4 years. We had our occurrence that happened 6 years ago, but then we met you. What was that?
2018.
18. So about like 5 years. It's been a minute.
So we filmed in 2019. Is that true? Yeah, right?
Yes.
19 we filmed.
In November.
Okay. And then the actual doc didn't come out until 2020.
Yup, during the pandemic.
So, yeah. So what it is I posted, well, we had been in contact before this, but because we were friends on Facebook before you commented on the post. You guys commented on the post.
That was me.
Stefaun.
Yep.
So we were just literally Facebook friends. I think me and you. Mm-hmm. And we didn't meet ever before that. But I posted basically like a paragraph about how I'm going to film a video. And you both actually commented on it. Mm-hmm. And then we basically scheduled to film it like within that week.
Yep.
So this all came from basically a Facebook post, and me and Sammy were making a documentary about the Jersey Devil because it's just been something that's been in every South Jersey person's life forever. Like campfire tale, basically, that got handed down because literally my grandmom used to tell it to my mom and her sisters and brother, and then my mom used to tell it to us when we were kids, the story. Yeah. So it's like one of those things. And when we went to film the video, we were actually going to do like a few different people and their sightings or experiences, but these guys ended up being so good that we just did the whole documentary just about them. So if you guys want to check out the actual original documentary, I'll put the link in the description of this video. It'll probably just be the first link. So yeah, how did you guys get involved in all this?
Wow. Well, you want me to start?
Take it away.
Well,
another story.
Just like you said, being a New Jerseyan, coming into New Jersey, you automatically hear about it. I heard about it about probably 1971, 72. And the first time, I heard about it was when my brother actually had an encounter with it.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did.
I don't even think that I knew that.
I thought I told you.
Maybe you told me that. Yeah.
Maybe I told you
that your brother had something happen.
He was him and a friend were chased by it in the town of West Acco, New Jersey.
Really?
Yes, they were chased, and it was from that point I've always heard about it. And from that point it was just like the Jersey Devil. You always hearing about it. The logo that you have on the back of the orange jumpsuit that you have.
Yeah.
I've seen those images as a kid growing up. So it's almost impossible to be a New Jerseyan and not know about the Jersey Devil, especially South Jersey.
True, too. And even just Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia, everybody knows about it.
Everybody knows. And then it was like when my son came along, he grew up and, it came up in conversations and I talked about it with him. And it was, I don't know, one day we were just having conversation. And he said, "Dad, why don't you see where Leeds Point is at?" And I Googled it and I was like, okay, it's about like 45 minutes from here. And he was like, "Dad, let's go." So I said, all right, fine. Me, Steph, and my other son, Jaden, and we all hopped in the car that day on June, was that 3rd or 4th?
June 3rd, 2017.
2017, and we went down there, and like you got in the video, that's how it all began.
So it was basically just pretty random. Like one day you decided to go
Yeah.
down there and didn't really think much of it. Just check out the place. Like you had mentioned that documentary from back in the day.
Yeah, Mother Leeds 13th Child, which came on in the 1974 on WNJN, which was on Channel 23. This was a station back in the day. It was affiliate with PBS 12, Channel 12.
Okay. So then it literally just came on TV and you
came on
randomly
TV.
saw it, or you were waiting for it?
No, I randomly saw it. I was like 7 years old. Me and my mother was home watching it one evening, and it terrified me. And I didn't see it again till I was in 5th grade, till I was like 10. And then after that, I would go to the library to try to find it. I went to the Echelon Library to see if they had it, Mother Leeds 13th Child. They was like, yeah, we have it, but the VHS was rented out and the person never returned it. So I didn't really see it again until, later on, like in the 90s, once he came along and, YouTube came on the scene and we typed it in and I was like, there it is. And he started watching it. He was hooked. And like I said, that led us to actually Googling Leeds Point, New Jersey and jumping in the car and going down and visit it. That's pretty much how it all came about.
I mean, that's pretty much how we started. Like, can you just make sure that camera's recording just because I can't see it?
Okay, sorry guys.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
Sammy J makes her
Sammy
grand
J.
entrance.
In the place.
My boss let me. I might have to go back, but my
After
14-month-old boss.
after this, and then after this, you got a whole cake to eat.
Oh yes, they brought me a
Yes.
cake, so I can
Yes.
eat cake. Why?
Yes.
But yeah, so this is pretty crazy actually because my family is actually intermarried into the Leeds family. I don't know if
Yeah, I
ever
remember,
told you
you
that.
mentioned that to
So
us. Yes.
back in the day, I'm pretty sure his name is Charles Turner, which actually Turner is my middle name.
Okay.
So my name's not actually Tucker. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No.
Yeah, it's actually Turner.
Turner.
Which is just so
Wow,
weird.
this is the first time after 6 years I finally found out his real government name. Tucker. Okay, it's Turner. Okay.
Turner.
So the Turner family and I believe the Leeds family and another family were partners in what was called the Barrymore Inn, which turned into the Smithville Inn eventually. Right. Mm-hmm. So my family was actually in Leeds Point around like the 1800s.
Wow.
So like, the Leeds are very prominent in that direct area. They were back in the day. So one of the women from the Leeds family, it wasn't Mother Leeds, but had married one of the Turners too. So my family through the lineage is married to the Leeds family.
Wow.
So that was one of the reasons why I was like super interested too in it. Because it does, have something to do with my life in a way. Like that's cool.
Absolutely.
And actually I just, this is weird though, that this is all like, because I was out filming stuff yesterday to try and put together like some more stuff for Halloween. And I went over to Smithville and I was filming that little cemetery. You guys ever seen that? There's like
it's like
the
on the
street?
side of where historic Smithville is. There's one on the side and there's like a little body of water behind there, like a pond or
so
something
weird.
back there. Yeah, it's off too.
I know which one you're talking about.
If we're looking at it from Route 9,
Yes.
it's to the left.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yep.
Yes, I seen it.
Yeah, so I went in there and I got some videos, but there's a few leads
Really?
buried in that cemetery too. So Smithville is, within walking distance of where the Leeds Foundation, the one that you guys showed us, it's pretty close. So, they were all up in there.
There was a stagecoach route that ran through there at some point. Remember
Yeah.
hearing that in the original documentary that got us started? Where it was, we think it was Moss Mill Road at one point. It was probably nothing but dirt at one point. Can you imagine horses going back and forth from Smithville?
The picture you got.
Yes, I found a picture on Google of Oyster Creek Road before it was built up. And I'm going to send it to you. And it is.
I can put it in right
Yeah,
now what
yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
yes.
couldn't, but as you said that, I couldn't imagine living in any of those time periods, to be honest. I'm so spoiled. It's just.
Oh, yeah, man.
I don't think any of us would have made
That was a
it.
different breed of people you had to imagine. I mean, no
I think
electricity.
that one went off.
We're good. Technical difficulties always. So what were you saying before that?
Where we stopped at?
We stopped at talking about GPSing it and then going
coming
there
down. Yeah.
and having the experience that we had. So you could tell them about actually when we got out the car
Yeah, well,
looked around and how before we even seen anything, we weren't seeing nothing.
yeah, that was the crazy thing. When we first got there, we didn't see anything.
We didn't see.
We just pretty much saw the skyline, Atlantic City. Pretty much like when people watch the video, if you haven't seen it, when we first arrived there, we didn't see anything. We just pretty much looked around, saw the skyline, Atlantic City, and it was when he said, "Dad, let's go down the end of the road to see what's going on." It was from that point when everything changed. And that's when we, on the way back, coming back, that's when we actually started seeing something in the distance.
So run us through the sighting.
Oh, you wanted me to tell that whole sighting?
You don't have to get detailed with it, but just for people who definitely, a lot of these people might not have seen that.
I mean, it was...
So they literally, I'm not going to say like 100%, but they saw the Jersey Devil. Literally, these are the only people that I know who have seen either the Jersey Devil or something paranormal.
Absolutely.
Out in Leeds Point, New Jersey, where, it all started. And yeah, they actually have a sighting. So
we have a sighting. We have the actual pictures. We are the only ones that actually have actual footage of what we believe is to be the Jersey Devil. I mean, there's a lot of Photoshop stuff out there, but our picture's been under scrutiny. It's authentic. I wish, and I don't mean this in a braggadocious way, I wish somebody would debunk it to say, well, maybe it's shading or maybe it's this, but no one has come forward yet.
And they can't.
And even a friend of yours, I forgot the guy's name. There's a video that you can go on and type right now. It's called The Cultist Photographs. If you want to check that out, where someone goes into the actual picture that we captured of the Jersey Devil, and this guy goes in and he does a full deep down. He measures the specs of the believed creature. It's incredible. It's incredible.
that's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. I think I told you about it.
Yeah, you did.
It's a friend of yours. I
didn't,
forgot the guy's name.
Does he do like other cryptid
Yes,
videos?
he does.
We did an interview with that
and
guy.
cryptozoology.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I can't think of the name now though. But I can leave that in the description as well. I can leave links to everything.
Okay, awesome.
And if you guys wanted to leave an email for you guys, if anybody wanted to contact you, that's what I was talking to Steph about earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
That would
Just
be awesome.
but in the time now until this video goes online, you guys can just make a Gmail, whatever you want it to be, and then send me what it is, and I'll just put it in the description.
absolutely.
So anybody watching this who might want to, contact them or whatever, you don't have to go through me. You can just go right to the source.
The guy's name, real quick, was Crash Course Cryptozoology.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that guy.
And like I said, it's titled under The Cultist Photographs, and you can really get a deep analysis into the actual photo.
So the photos that you're talking about are the ones that you gave me, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
The ones we saw.
So that was like the next time you guys came there,
That
right?
was in, what month was that in, Steph?
October 26th, 2018.
18. That's
so
when
you do have potentially maybe pictures on a phone from the original day. Am I right about that?
If I would give you that phone, if you can get that phone to work, it's a Galaxy Note 4.
Okay.
I have a picture. When that phone was working, you see the brown image of what we saw that actual day. But when you zoom in, it kind of fades out.
It's just too pixelated, right?
It could be pixelated, or it could be because of what we were seeing was an apparition.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too. I mean, you guys had talked about this, like, being maybe potentially not an actual...
Oh, absolutely.
Like how Bigfoot's like basically a humanoid, like flesh and blood, basically.
Right.
Or that's what they say anyway, like almost, like a gorilla or something.
Right.
How you could actually like shoot Bigfoot and then with like a stun dart and then capture Bigfoot maybe.
Right.
But like the Jersey Devil, you're saying isn't like that.
No,
that's
not
metaphysical.
that's not what I experienced was. I experienced was that this was paranormal. I know that there are people who literally claim they saw something physical. I can't dispute that to say they did or they didn't. I can only tell you what happened to me and my son on our account. Our account was actually paranormal. I mean, we're looking at something at first time and we're thinking like, is this real? What are we looking at? But, you know, we came to the conclusion that it was paranormal because if the picture that I gave you, if you look at it, you can see it morphing in.
Oh, you can see that it moves. Like the shape of it changes.
It changes.
For sure. Just from frame to frame.
Frame to frame, which proves that it wasn't a solid moving one image. It was something coming into image. You could see through the frames.
And then maybe that's why. I mean, have you seen like any of the Skinwalker Ranch stuff?
I've heard of them.
How like the phenomenon knows about cameras and stuff like that, so it won't allow the people to actually capture any of this stuff on film or in photographs. But as soon as like the camera crew leaves, all this stuff starts happening again.
And it's weird that you say that because that's what happens to us. There's times when we'll see it, but we're not taking pictures. No sooner as we go to try to pull our phone,
It's just not there anymore.
it's gone.
Or like the phone doesn't work, or the
Right.
drone
The
wouldn't fly
drone is
over.
what I was
The
thinking
drone,
about.
yeah.
Yeah,
The-
or the batteries get drained, or the car doesn't start.
Yeah.
I mean, there is so many situations in like when people investigate stuff where like if they drive up to a house that they suspect could have hauntings, and then all of a sudden their battery doesn't start. But before
Exactly.
that, earlier in the day, it was fine.
Exactly.
Or like all of a sudden your GoPro battery is just dead in an instant, but it was fully charged before that.
And being into spirit, I've learned or I've heard many say that is one of the signs of being in touch with something of supernatural because of what you said. It affects electronics, cameras, phones, drones, different things of any electronic. It drains it of its power source.
Which also it could just be chalked up as just a coincidence because like
could
my
be.
drone does act weird sometimes, but like why in that scenario when we were trying to film directly above where you guys saw
It's
like
like
where you got the picture, the drone would not go there, it would not film there. It wouldn't. Why? That's weird.
Right. And
It's
and it's strange because with another person we filmed with, it did the same thing.
Or like those weird little because Robbie had his headphones on, he kept
Yes.
hearing these
The
weird little like,
flutters. It was like an electrical wave or something.
When the people who's watching or listening to this podcast actually go to the video Manifestation of 13th Child, when we're interviewing with Sammy in the back of Scotts Landing Road, there was a part where you hear the flutter goes across the screen. You actually hear it. There was
and
some
it's
type
not
of
as
energy.
simple like it's like a full blown
No.
It
was
a
phenomenon,
It was like
really.
a wave. It
Yeah.
sounded like a wave.
It's more
went
like a
by
wave
us.
because the visuals was not affected by it.
No, it was
But
just the audio, yeah.
Exactly. The audio was affected.
And there's
So,
nothing back there obstructing anything electrically. There's no telephone poles out
no
there except
power
no.
lines,
And there's-
nothing.
There's nothing out there except on Oyster Creek Road, and we're all the way on the other side by
Exactly.
the boat launch. So what could be back there causing an electrical disturbance?
And it's almost like things are done to the equipment or to the person or to whatever in such a way that it's not provable of anything. It's like, oh, wow, there's distortion in the audio. Big deal. It happens all the time.
Exactly.
Because, like, you can't put that down as, like, proof of anything.
True.
That's what's crazy about it. Like, every little weird thing that happens, like, you can't just get a feeling and have your hair stand up and be like, oh, that's proof. Because, like, that could just happen. But at the same time, over there, there is a feeling.
There's a feeling, and what we do is like, and what you did, you presented me with some pictures of scratches. I had hoof prints in my yard. He had scratches on his steps. We have picture proof of all of this stuff. So something is going on.
Yeah, and that's what's weird.
Yeah.
But it's not provable because it's the same thing like when my sister goes in the woods, right? Because I told her about the whole thing. She just wanted to see it for herself. She's heard about the Jersey Devil her whole life. She wanted to go back there. So I took her back there.
Right.
Though, right when we come out, she goes, I have 3 scratch marks on my neck. And I said, oh, that's really weird.
Right.
But, like, it kind of makes sense. Like, I know it's, like, we came here specifically because we know something's going on here. So, like, that's not that surprising. But then she goes later, oh, no, it was nothing. My dog scratched me earlier. Because she didn't want to even go there in her mind.
She wasn't trying to entertain
Exactly.
the
So
idea
she
of-
just
gonna-
put it up to like
Yeah.
explained.
I
She
think
just
it's-
explained it away that quick, and then she's never been back. So
I
obviously,
think it's human logic because that's what we did. When things like that happen to your sister, to us, the first thing is human logic. Well, it's got to be something logical. Maybe in her case, her dog scratched. Or maybe when she was walking back there, some thorn bushes got her.
yeah.
That's the first
In her
thing.
mind,
In
yeah.
your mind, because you're not going to think irrational. Like, wow, or something, but you have to question it.
It was the same thing with our sighting. He seriously thought someone's horse was loose.
Yeah,
He really forgot that we
was
were
dead ass, yeah,
in a
for real.
marsh, and he's like, "Oh, Steph, look, someone's horse is out." I'm like, "Dad, this isn't a farm. We're in the middle of a marsh. We can see the Borgata from the back
Nobody's
side
horse
of
is
Atlantic
out there.
City.
Yeah.
There's no fence.
There's no fence.
There's the only house is that Jersey Devil house at the corner, the Joffat Leeds house.
Yeah.
But once you get past that wildlife refuge, man, that's open marsh.
Yeah.
And that was his sincere reaction.
Yeah,
Someone's horse is loose.
So run us through like how you guys felt when you actually saw this thing.
perplexed. I mean, I'm looking, you know, I get out the car, I walk over, and I look out, and I'm like, sincerely, without question, hey, Steph, man, somebody horse got loose.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's horse got loose. And it wasn't until he said, Dad, we're in the middle of a marsh. There's no farms around here. And that's when the wheels started turning. And I'm thinking like, I know that's not what I think it is, because that doesn't make any sense. But I'm looking at something moving, dark brown, long black tail. And I'm just like, that can't be the Jersey Devil. And we're just going back and forth, talk like,
Bewilderment.
perplexed, bewildered. Like, what is this? What are we looking at? And we concluded, like, this has got to be the Jersey Devil. And there was a point in time where Steph put his hands over his face and went down on his knees and was like, that can't be a person, Dad. That's horrible. How could someone be condemned to a life like that as an animal roaming the marsh?
Like you said, it goes
For
back
so
to
long.
It was
yeah.
for so long, for 208, well, at that time, 286 or 84
something like
years,
that.
something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
It was crazy, man. It was like, and then we thinking like, no one's going to believe us. They're going, what are you guys smoking? What are you doing? Popping pills? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And all we had was our story. And it wasn't until you guys,
Yeah.
we met you that
You were the only one that believed in us
That believed in
because
us, yeah.
the whole encounter, you know, as a whole in itself, it was unbelievable to actually have happen to us, considering we never believed in the Jersey Devil prior to our encounter. I lived in Galloway from 16 to about like 20 years old, and he used to always talk about, Steph, you know, you live off Jimmy Leeds Road. I was like, I don't know anything about the Leeds. He always talked about the Jersey Devil, and ever since our encounter, it's not even about being a believer, it's a knower.
it's
Yeah.
knowing.
You know,
See, the thing of it is too, like I've talked to a decent amount of people who've had like things happen to them, but your guys' sincerity was what really made me think that there was something there, because like I could look at you guys right now and know you're not lying about it.
No,
like whatever
no.
you saw, whatever it was something.
And
Yes.
it kept
Like
us
it
coming
wasn't
back.
just
man.
wasn't just a made up story, is what I'm saying. Like I could tell that you guys were sincere about the situation.
it's
And the thing about it, a lot of people, you know, they want to sensationalize it. Oh, it was a dark storm. No. It was a bright, sunny day. We could have been at the beach, you know,
Yeah.
in the waves, you know, frolicking in the water.
Jet skiing,
But we
having
here, we on the backside of this road, first time there, and we having this incredible experience, and we see this brown freaking horse walking through the woods, and I'm just like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It's such a
talk.
weird place for a big animal to be too.
it didn't make sense. It
didn't.
looked so out of
Place.
ordinary.
Yeah, because
and
it is.
just-
It's there's a decent amount of woods right there, but like,
And you
there's
know
not gonna be like
exactly. and you-
horses just running around.
Thank you. You
There's not
know-
wild horses in New Jersey,
No.
is there?
No,
and
I don't think so.
And my son, my other son Jaden, he was like, Dad, you think it would be a moose? I'm like, no, we don't live in Alaska.
That's what I'm
There's no
saying. Like,
moose.
yeah, maybe a deer, but that's
deer,
about,
he was like-
that's the only thing that would be around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the difference between a deer and a horse, man. I mean, this thing it had a long tail.
This is
Sincerely,
so
just
gnarly.
a long. Imagine a horse's body with a cat's type tail.
Long
And
serpentine tail.
you could tell that it had shorter front arms than the back legs were longer. I screamed at it trying to get it to turn around, and it barely moved its head to the left or right.
Left or right, but
And it never fully turned its face, and it was walking, but it wasn't going anywhere. And the way it, I guess for this subject, physically looked, if you've ever been driving on a hot road and see a mirage, like water in the street, like it looks really like it's there,
Yeah.
but that was not there, but it was. And
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
it was just unbelievable. It looked like a hologram was being shot out there. I'm thinking, are we being pranked, or is this a joke?
It was crazy,
And-
man,
and there was nobody else around.
No.
Right?
it was just us three.
It was just us three.
It was just us three, and it pretty much changed our lives for the rest of our lives. Because here it is, 6
forever.
years later, and we're still having this conversation,
And it's never going to end.
and it's never going to end. It's going to always be talked about because people are seeing something.
Well, the thing is, too, there's so many people like me who haven't seen it. Like, so I'm kind of on the edge of like, what is actually going on? But then there's like the true believers every so many years, like you guys who have actually fully encountered it. And that's what keeps the legend alive and well, because like people like you throughout, the last couple 100 years, the true believers, like people who've seen it, just keep it going, because like literally you guys are convincing me now, even if I never heard this story, because like I'm looking in your eyes right now and I know you're not making it up.
No,
That's
there's
what's
no-
crazy.
And we didn't plan,
No.
up to the point of him telling me to go down to the end of the road. I was ready to leave, Tuck. I was like, okay, I see what I need to see. I see the skyline of Atlantic City. Cool. It's quiet. I was about to leave. It was when he said, Dad, let's go down the end of the road. And she was down there, and we drove down. We see the Oyster Creek bar. I said, okay, it's a nice bar back here. Turn around, and that's when all the crazy stuff started. That's when I started seeing the sunlight cast against the woods take the shape of a sand-colored khaki camel. And like I said, I'm driving, I'm doing like 30, 40 miles, and I'm looking, trying to, like, what am I looking at? And once I got out the car to that clearing, and we looked out, that's when we saw it. It was bananas, man. Bananas.
What's crazy is too, like in a weird way, you guys like re-sparked the hype about it too, because then once we put the video out, all the other people who have made videos or TV shows or in the news, they all came to me or to us from that video. So think about all those other videos being made after it and all the hype of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you guys reignited like the legend in a way. I mean, yeah, other people were making content about it, but not like they are now.
They weren't doing that. I think me and my dad did, and it's not to discredit anyone. We had a profound experience.
Exactly.
Above all the content that we've had happen since this encounter, it was something that was, like my dad said, life-changing, and we happened to bring back a lottery of evidence with those pictures, man. And I believe firmly when he took those pictures is when the change for us started, and then you believing in us and
Yes.
putting in the effort in bringing our evidence and our storyline to the world. Because how do you tell two people, well, how does two people tell the world, hey, we saw the Jersey Devil, without being laughed at or ridiculed or being called a liar? And I always said to him, well, Dad, we have one thing the world doesn't: proof.
That's true.
And that's what drove me to reach out to you, because I believed in this so much, I was willing to fail behind everything.
And you may not, I don't know if you ever considered this, Tuck, but you're a part of this as deep as we're into it. You're just as deep as into it. Even though you got tremendous other things going on, other projects and other things, you're in it because you took this story from two guys who had nothing but a story. And you put that on your platform.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, me and Sammy did kind of like break the story.
Yeah, y'all-
because
you-
then
yeah.
from there, all the other people who brought it
Yep.
into the actual like that national, international level of like, because like, yeah, the video's doing well, but like the views on our original video are nothing compared to like how many views, Colin got, or how many views the next. Because
But-
we all filmed with another YouTube channel. We can't say what it is yet, but
Yeah.
even bigger channel than any of the other ones, and that should be coming out pretty soon, and that's definitely going to get like 1 million views.
I think it's important, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to come back to you, because none of this wouldn't have never gotten to the heights of or in the ears of other people if it wasn't for you.
That's the truth.
And that's the truth. And I want your fans and the people who support your channel to know that it starts here. And no matter where this story goes concerning us, we're going to always remember that this is the guy, Tucker F. Upper, Sammy J, Freedom to Dream. You guys did it first.
And it's not a slogan. It's
It's
a
not a
reality.
slogan, bro.
It's
It's
a
for real.
reality,
I
people.
appreciate
Seriously.
you guys so much that
Man,
you don't know that.
Yes,
Like you don't
yes.
understand how much I see like it both ways too. Like
Of course.
I love it. It's the best. And I can't it won't die because like
won't.
every time I keep like just straying away from like, oh, I don't need to film that or be involved in that. Maybe somebody else contacts me or
Comes back.
somebody else
Comes
comments
back.
on the video or somebody brings it back around or like just something else
And
pops up and it's
amazing.
like
It's
keep
amazing.
drawing me back in.
Yeah,
It's
because
weird.
that's why I say you're a part of it. You are a part, even though it might not have been part of your plan. Maybe it just was, I'll shoot this thing with these guys and that'll be it.
That is kind of how I thought it was going to
But
go.
truthfully, where this goes with us, you're there too.
You're part
Because
of the family. We're family.
yeah, and
Let's
you're
just,
there with us
you
because
know?
this wouldn't have happened if it was for Freedom to Dream. I feel as though like you were supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be the guy to take it to the level it needed to get to so that these others can be a part of.
You made the dream possible, man.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's the God honest truth.
Yeah.
Can't,
You guys did it.
I mean,
We're just the vessels. We
Yeah.
had the experience and we knew what we had was true, but we couldn't have had a better person bring
Nah.
us on.
absolutely.
And that's why, that's why we just wanted to show love today. We didn't want to make this about us at
Nah,
all. We wanted to make
absolutely
this
not.
about you and Sammy and Finley because you guys
and thank you. We
are the
appreciate
dream.
you guys. For
and
real.
Robbie Beach.
And Robbie Beach.
Yeah.
Can't forget Robbie
Can't
Beach.
beat Robbie because he was there too when
Yeah.
from the inception of our story,
Yeah.
being brought to the masses, man. And we're forever grateful. I tell you, me and you talk off of the podcast, and we talk about this all the time. And that's what it's about. And that's what I really came here today, for to let your supporters know, and people follow your channel, that Freedom to Dream is not a slogan. It's actually, you made a dream for us that we probably never thought could come true. I mean, because where this thing has gone, Tuck, you've been there every step of the way. Every time there was a contact, hey, Mike, so-and-so.
It grew legs, dude.
Yeah.
I
did.
never thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I never saw it coming. I honestly, the thing is too, why like we could have just had you like come and have the
Yeah.
cake and stuff, but like I wanted to sit down and get some more content because like there's really not that much stuff online about it, and there's not that much good stuff. Like you said too, not to take away from other
Nah,
people's
not-
videos,
yeah,
or not,
nobody's back.
but there's
right,
not
right,
really
right.
like solid, real content about the Jersey Devil. Like there's history shows that like they go through it, but
I'm gonna
it's
say something. Go ahead.
it's not like this. It's not.
It's not in depth.
It's not the legit.
It's not as
stuff.
transparent.
Yeah.
We're not doing a retelling. Everything that's happened to us was as it happened, as an original.
Yeah,
Can I
it's a
say
fresh
something?
tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead, break it down.
I think what has happened, and I'm not saying this again, I'm not sticking my chest out, I'm not trying to boast or brag. I believe we were chosen. Why would this thing show itself to us? Why would just a father and son, regular guys, why would all this information be bestowed upon us? The face of the possible 13th child, the picture of the creature, all this information, meeting you and having it go to these different outlets and grow. I feel like this is more spiritual. Something wants, and it chose us, me, him, you, Sammy, all of us to put this thing out and to take it someplace. There's a truth that needs to be exposed. And I don't think it's going to stop until the truth is exposed.
I think too, like it's sad to be whatever it is
Yes.
Yeah.
because it's like people would want to like shoot it or kill it or capture it, but like the story of it is sad.
It's very sad.
So like you should, instead of being afraid, it's almost like you want to feel for it, whatever it is.
I felt sad for it.
What I feel is that there is, okay, that family is gone. And I said this, just me and him talk about it. who would want to be remembered in life as a grotesque, deformed, combination of different monsters? Who wants to be remembered like that? But we talk about this cryptid, this creature, whatever it is we want to call it. But we got to also keep in mind this was a child that was dealt a fate that wasn't his or her choice, And I think people lose sight of that. I get it. The creature, the monster, the wings, attacking people. I get all that. But let's really dial it back. This was a person. And I think because that spirit is no longer here and has moved on, that it wants its name to be vindicated. And I think that's why it appeared to me and my son. I know this sounds out there.
It doesn't, because...
But to me and him, we have talked about this many times. And this is probably the first time that I'm exposing this for people to hear. I think we got called in this to bring forth the truth about what this really is.
And it's not, I don't really see it as like having such ill intentions like other people believe.
No, I don't.
Because if you think whatever, it could have just attacked you then, right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? It was huge, right? Like it was
right there. If it wanted to do anything to us,
it could have.
It could have. And me and Steph, we walked along all through those woods by ourselves. No weapons, no nothing. Never were attacked. Never.
I've only ever felt like eerie too. I've never felt like afraid back there alone either, or ever in the Pine Barrens, really.
It's just it's an eerie feeling.
Of like coyotes and stuff, sure, but not
a
of
bear
like
or something like that, real.
Yeah.
But this is all I know. The legend, and we can all agree that this legend's been around 288 years. It ain't going away, man. When it's not going away, and I think, like I said, I believe you, me, Steph, and all those involved, we were chosen. I mean, I don't believe in things happening random. I believe there's some things supposed to happen.
It is crazy that like we've formed a really good friendship because of it too. It's not just like
I know.
You and you, like I said, you've been with us every step of the way. I mean, you gave us the ball and said, "Okay, you guys got it. Take it." But somehow, like you said, it keeps
coming back.
It keeps coming back.
Yeah.
You done called me several times in the past 6 years. Hey, Mike, this wants to speak to you. Hey, Mike, you're in it. Even if you don't want to be in it, you're in it.
I am.
You got no choice. You're part of the legend.
You're part of it.
So what is the the next step? What's the next plan?
Oh, man. Steph, you want to tell? I don't know, man.
The next plan after this, I would say we really want to be able to get that truth to be told about that this really was a person. And I feel, and I couldn't agree more, that nothing happens randomly. What could be the odds that we not only have a picture of the possible Jersey Devil, but then we have a picture of the child's face in the same frame? So for us to have that information, we had to have been chosen because out of thousands of accounts, thousands of sightings, reports, whether it's police or just general eyewitness from the area, nobody's ever had proof except us.
Hoaxes, a lot of hoaxes.
Except us. We're the only two people, and I've always said this, and I told him, Dad, you're the only guy on the planet that has ever captured a picture of the Jersey Devil.
Sometimes it doesn't seem
on
real.
The planet, not even
it
about
seem real.
Not even about America or any other surrounding the world.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, that's why people are continuously contacting me about you guys, because you're the only ones that really have a story.
Real,
like, you're not the only ones that have a story,
no,
but you're the only ones that have. I didn't want to say that the wrong way. A lot of people do have stories that are fully, like, I believe too, but you're right. Like, you guys, and it's there. It's in Leeds Point. Because, like, when someone's like, oh, I saw the Jersey Devil in the woods in Pennsylvania, I'm thinking, like, okay, it's not real. Like, you might have seen something else, but a dog man or whatever, because there's other crazy stuff.
There's a lot of crazy stuff.
Because, like, I'm a big, like, firm believer in, like, Sasquatch.
So am I. Fully.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that that's fake at all.
No. I fully believe in Sasquatch.
No, he's a big, me too. I mean,
Because like, there's no doubt the amount of different evidence and videos and
You can't say what's out in this world and what's not, man. There's so much stuff there's more that we don't know about than we do know about.
Facts.
well, the problem too is like, we share the space as well. Like, they already know there's multiple dimensions. Like, that's pretty much
Absolutely.
like quantum physics has proven that in science. It's not just something that people
No.
say. So like, what's to take away from like beings coming in and out of our dimension? And the thing is too, you say you're chosen, but you guys might have been the only ones to be able to see it because like of whatever you
weird.
have in your mind
was
of
weird.
being open to it or believing. But then there's just some people that can't get there mentally. Like, say like, there's a spirit in a house. Usually the children are more easily able to see it or interact with it because of how like their minds work. But then there's the thing like maybe one person in the family will see it and experience it, and then like someone just won't because like they're not open to it.
Right.
It's like if you just shut it down in your mind, you're seeing only like whatever 0.5% of what's in front of you. They already proved that. Like, you don't see everything that's in front of you. It's literally the tiniest speck of what's actually going on in front of your eyes can only comprehend that little bit. So, like, there could be other things going on right now in this
right
space.
now
We don't
we
know.
can't even see.
But we can't, like, our brain, we'd go insane. So, like, we're only able to process a certain amount of that information.
It's like radio waves and cell phone transmissions. There's trillions of them going through us, but we can't see them. But they're there because we know you can talk to somebody on the other side of the planet.
And it's also like that. If
It's-
you change your radio to another station,
Yeah, it
it
tunes
doesn't mean that other station doesn't still exist. It just means you tuned into a different station.
There it is.
So it's like
That's it.
you're, who knows how many people could have been in the presence
Yeah.
of this thing and just didn't see it
And
because
didn't
they
see
just
it.
didn't see it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but it
Absolutely.
could, like they had a feeling or
Yeah.
whatever. They stood back
Yeah.
and they're like, "Wow, I just got a weird feeling." But what was that weird feeling from? Like,
Exactly.
I
It's
don't know.
deep, man.
It's almost unprovable, and I think it likes it that way.
I can agree with that.
I agree.
Do you get what I'm saying?
My
Like,
question is why? I say this to my son all the time. Why us? Who am I?
it's kind of the same. It's kind of a weird thing too, where like, so like the Amityville hauntings at the Amityville Horror House, that guy still to the day that he died swore that something made him do that to his family. So like when he killed his whole family.
It's crazy.
But then the next family that moved in, right, were the ones that the actual like story is based off because they're the ones that experienced all the hauntings.
Right.
But then after that, all
No.
the other people that lived there,
Fine.
they said nothing. So like, why was that family chosen as being able to see and experience all of that paranormal shit? But then like the next family that moved in, nothing.
It's a mystery.
It makes you wonder. Really,
It's a mystery.
like,
It's a mystery. It's just like I don't know why it appeared to us. We weren't expecting it. We didn't take no Ouija boards or anything to try to conjure it up, pentagrams in the ground. We did none of that.
It could have been partially why though, because like you guys are spiritual, right? Like
Yes.
very
spiritual.
Very spiritual.
So maybe it wanted to show itself to the light instead of the dark. Because like say you go out there and your intentions are negative, trying to conjure a spirit or something with like.
Yeah, because
then-
the last video guy, we worked with, he was invoking it and he got scratched.
Okay.
And he had some emotional stuff happen to him.
Yeah, he
we
cried.
never
Yeah.
To be
We never
honest, I
tried
would
to invoke
never
it.
do that. I'm scared.
Oh no, I don't play
Yeah,
around
I
with
wouldn't
that.
do it either.
I would
don't
be
play
too
with it.
scared.
You
Honestly,
do it.
I bring holy water with me when I go out there.
Yeah.
Just because like, and I'm not a super religious person, but like I
it's
know
just
that
a
there's
fact.
there's light and dark, and like
course.
Yeah, and you
if
can
you're not
feel
in the
it.
light,
And you can
then
feel
you're
it
in the
back
dark.
You're in the dark. It's
Hell
just
yeah.
it's
So-
a contrast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'd rather be in the light. I want to be.
with you.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
good.
with you.
Hell yeah.
I'm with you, man.
I'm not invoking. No.
Nah, and a lot of
I'm
people,
scared.
a lot of people do, and I think that's when you have these bad experiences.
Yeah.
The worst experience we had was that night when we went down in December.
December. That was terrifying.
That was that I was a little shook that.
What happened?
That was the night when we saw it down in the video. We discussed in the Manifestation 13 Child video. We discussed it when we saw it down by the tree, and he saw it poke his head out the woods and pull it back in. And then he said, "You can tell us stuff.
Oh man, yeah. That was when my eyes started watering.
Okay, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when my eyes started watering. I'm looking out. I first seen it. It looked like a huge horse standing out there, and I tried to point it out to him. He's about 10, 15 away saying, Steph, I can't hear you. I'm rubbing my eyes like I'm crying. I look up the street, and for people who want to know what the face of it looked like, the famous wanted poster, the reward capture for the Jersey Devil, that was the exact face that came out of the right-hand side of Oyster Creek Road's weeds are. And I thought it was a deer coming out and going to cross the street. Thinking about it in hindsight, it just would have went from one side of the marsh to the other. And it pulled its face back into the weeds real quick. I yelled to him, Dad, there it is. But he didn't see that. He saw something totally opposite of me. You could tell him what you saw.
And like I said in the video, what I saw was behind the tree. It was in the tree, and me and Steph did a video of that. From where I saw in the tree, it was like at least 9 feet in the air. And all I saw was mid-chest to mid-air head, and his ears went out to the side like a calf. And it was solid black, pitch just black. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking, and the leaves was moving. The branches were moving because I don't know where the wind came from. And when the branch went up, it took his head and moved around like that. And that's when I said to Steph, let's go.
We left.
We got out of there.
We left.
I hit my lights. I saw, looks like that cat you got over here.
Yeah, that's what the eyes were like.
They looked like, but they were small and they just flashed. Bing. And I was like, let's go.
It's too much.
Yep. It's too much, man. Yep. And I mean, when you first shot the video that day, you felt the pressure.
I felt it all.
Mm-hmm.
From the very first time I went there.
We wasn't making nothing.
That was the reason why I continued, though, was because of the location. Because I'd never, other than like when we went and found the Collins Foundation, like I had never really gone down the Leeds Point. I've never had been on that road until you guys took us there.
Wow.
To be honest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. On the road that goes out to Oyster Creek.
Yeah.
I had never been on that road.
That was a creepy road, man.
And if I had, I only just drove down it. I never thought about it. You know what I mean? I never stopped or anything.
Here's something.
The only thing, hold on real quick. The only thing I was thinking is like, maybe they know something that they're not telling too, because like that's a wildlife refuge.
It is.
But like, why there? I could see it. Why there? Okay. It's marsh, it's woods. There's a lot of them. But like, why just that specific wooded area where literally the Jersey Devil is where you guys saw it? And it's protected by the state, right?
It's protected.
But why? Why?
Good question.
Do they know something? They just don't
they
say
have
it.
to
I mean,
know something.
it's not that
We
they don't
don't.
say it too, because they do say it. Everyone, like, there's an actual official like Jersey Devil posting on the site. Like, if you looked on like the New Jersey website and look up the Jersey Devil, like in the Fish and Wildlife, whatever, there's like a whole story and everything.
They know, and I think they want to preserve that because of the history of it. They have to know. The map shows. We have a map that shows the actual locations where the Leeds lived. Mm-hmm. You see the names, i.e. Leeds. What was the other Leeds?
There was
Leeds.
Ann Leeds
Leeds
lived on the corner of Scott's Landing, and that's a location we have yet to actually show you. And I would say every time without fail we came down, Dad, I think there used to be a house there.
Yeah, you see it dip down on the ground.
At the very corner of Scott's Landing, directly across from the Japhet Leeds house, there's a flat impression. I didn't see any bricks or anything like that, but you can tell that there used to be a home right there on the corner.
And they know it.
And they know
if they have, and this map that I have was printed in 1874.
Yep.
The Leeds been there for a long time. You know it.
Yeah, and that I think is part of the reason why they chalk it up as the Japhet Leeds house is the official tourist house, basically, because they don't want people poking around and figuring stuff out that's too crazy.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't want you to go
and they
too
don't want
deep.
people to get hurt back there or whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
but you know what? And I want to back it up because I remember in one video when you and Sammy was out and y'all found the shower curtain
that was really weird.
Wrapped up.
That was like human.
What was that about?
Done.
What happened?
It was just
creepy.
like ingredients for some kind of ritual, like witchcraft.
That's what I said.
It had like aloe plants, and it was smoking.
Eggs.
So
The
Sammy
eggs.
was like
Oh
thinking
my
that this
God.
is gonna be. She was like scared that it would be like a fetus or something, like that somebody had put in the woods.
Oh God!
So like she was freaking out because it was like smoking and it was warm, and it was all wrapped up in a shower curtain. And then when I pulled it apart, there was like eggs and
Aloe.
herbs and aloe plant like leaves
That is
and
freaky.
stuff that would have been used or could be used in some sort of ritual. I'm not saying black magic, white magic, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
just-
certain Wiccans and witches are,
They
you know,
pay
good.
homage. They pay homage.
But at the same
back there.
time, this could open up other
Well,
things
it could bring things
to bring about other situations
Exactly.
that aren't, to me, as, you know, the Jersey Devil is almost like, I wouldn't say as bad as people want to make it out to be, but like other
Right,
spirits,
right.
I'm not messing with demonic spirits.
Yeah.
No
And
way.
the thing, like I said, when I had the headless deer, you know, Sammy finding, y'all guys finding that stuff wrapped up in that shower curtain. And like I said it in the video. We was told by a local, who I won't say the names for their personal privacy, that they said that some people come back there and practice Satanism to pay homage to it. You know, and we've been in the woods where we found bones and carcasses. Now we can say, oh, it was just some wild animals.
We found a bunch of bones back there, yeah.
So okay, why there?
Someone was just saying like it was like a hunter's where they would dump them,
You
but I
can't
don't
hunt
think
in
you're
there.
not allowed to hunt there. And second of
No.
all, nobody's bringing them into there purposefully just to dump them in
Just to
there.
dump
It
'em?
doesn't
They would
make
just put them in
sense.
their backyard.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
there's so much land around there.
And you know, I know people don't want to. You know, I don't want to throw no one under the bus or say anything, but there's some strange things that happen out there.
Really,
and
really
you know,
strange.
and it's weird, like you said, like it's a protected, wildlife refuge. It's protected. Can't build on it. Can't do anything to it. They know.
They
wanna
know
preserve
about it.
They want to
And
preserve it.
They want to preserve it. They don't want people, you know, like Tuck was saying, going back there and figuring out extra details. So they'll tell you that's the Jersey Devil house, and that's all you need to
That's
see.
all you need to
Exactly.
know.
Yeah, like that's the tourist part. There it is. It's
Yeah.
still standing.
Uh-huh.
People live in it. There's nothing going on.
They don't
and
want
that's
you.
the end of it.
That's
That's
what
it.
it is. They don't want you actually doing what we did, going out there, standing and looking around and walking up in the woods, and then having what.
Well, you saw what happened when the couple ran up on us and they asked us what we was doing one day, and
Oh, yep.
we showed them the picture.
We showed them the picture, and the lady's face frowned up because she's a local, and we won't say her name, but she knew
She
the
knew.
pictures that we had were 100% authentic. And that's when she went into telling us, well, there's people that come out here, like he said, that do practice Satanism in those woods.
Yeah, I could
So-
see it. I could see that easily. I mean, it's a very secluded area. I was back there. I was there yesterday actually.
Wow.
Because I said I was filming, remember, at the cemetery and stuff. I was
Okay.
gathering
Yep.
footage for
Okay.
like some more content. And it's just so desolate. Like when there's no one else there but you,
It's creepy.
it's just
dude.
so.
You're still
violent.
not alone.
You're
Does that
so
make sense?
secluded.
But you're not alone.
You don't feel
You don't
alone.
feel
Yeah.
alone. Even when you're.
Well, I always think like I started thinking too that they had like cameras set up because I kept thinking someone was watching me, but I don't think they do.
No,
No,
it's
no.
just a
That's
feeling.
it. It's people talk about that with like Sasquatch a lot. They'll go in the woods hunting and say, "I feel like someone's watching me," and they're looking around and can't explain what they're feeling, or could it be just like how we agree, the energy of that place?
But here's the crazy thing: when we shot the movie with him, we out in the woods when we was doing the movie.
Yeah.
We didn't feel that.
No, because
Oh.
it wasn't in the same place though.
That's why.
But it was pitch black, and we walking back and
But
forth
still,
to the cars.
I
and,
just
It's not. It's pretty
so what
far.
is it? What is it about that place that you get these?
Maybe there's a
weebie-jeebies,
portal
man?
there or something like that,
Something.
or it's on a ley line, so there's a lot of energy.
I think people are buried out there.
True.
There's nothing
Also,
but
maybe
bodies out
the native people too could have had a burial ground because they don't mark their graves the same.
No.
The
That's why, like by accident, when they build like a development on top of like an
Yeah.
Indian
those
burial
old
ground,
burial grounds. Yeah.
Strange
then
things.
because they can't, like, it would be hard to not see a cemetery in modern time because like there's markers all over. But back in like the Lenape Indians and stuff
That's-
did not.
That's who it is. Lenape.
The Lenape
That's who it is.
Indians, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Who knows, man? It's but all I know, Tuck, this ain't going away. People going to keep talking, and somehow it wasn't our plan to get pulled into this, but somehow you see it. We're in it
And it's not going to
We're in it.
stop.
It's
We're
not
going to
gonna
do
stop.
this for
for a while, man.
a long time to come. We're going to be
Absolutely.
telling this story so many times on so many levels, and we can tell it
and
each
new,
time
and each
because
time new discoveries.
every time we go back, something new happens. We figure out something new, or if I'm sitting home and one day I just let me look up something about Leeds Point. Let me see what I can learn. Let me see what I can research. How I found that picture that we're going to show of what Leeds Point used to look like before the road was developed. I don't even know why these emotions or thoughts would overcome me to want to even look up something about the place. So being chosen or selected to tell this story and bring the truth out, I believe we're it. All three of us.
Yeah.
All three of us sitting
man.
here at this table are it.
Yeah.
It is so gnarly though, because like I never in a million years, like you said, I just thought, we'll make this video and
that would
put
be it.
put
That'd
work
be it.
into it, make it good. But at the end of the day, that's the end of it. Like we're not going to go there anymore. Like
remember-
me and Sammy were like, we're not going to come here anymore. Like
Nah,
we're done with
we're
that.
done.
But every time in my head, I'm like, I need to go back there. I need to go back there.
I remember when the day we shot for the TV show, and you was like, "What's next?" And I'm looking at you like, I don't
just
know.
crazy, but it's just like that's the thing, you can't deny it. I haven't seen anything physically like you guys have, but I can't deny that there's something going on, or I wouldn't continue to go there.
Yeah.
Why would I?
We
It's not
wouldn't
that
go
like
back.
you guys are further, but still,
Yeah.
it's like 30
Yeah.
minutes from here. It's not
Yeah,
that
I
close.
don't know why. And then it's just like, and it seemed like ever since you did that video, man, it's just like it's been nonstop. It's just been everybody wants a piece.
And if people really didn't believe, they wouldn't reach out. like
No,
that.
They wouldn't care about
They
it.
Wouldn't.
contact
So
you.
there's something about this that people know for a change, especially when it comes to the Jersey Devil, that we're not kidding. We're not.
No.
We're not kidding. We're very serious about this. And the whole thing is just crazy because, like you said, Tuck, every time we think we're done with it, we
Something
dial
else
right back.
comes up.
Every
Something else
time,
comes up.
as soon as we take our attention off it, we don't think about anything. Something comes up.
You get a phone call. Hey, somebody's contacting.
So these dudes were stayed in a campsite in Leeds Point.
Who's that?
His crew, or I'll cut
I
that.
don't
But
know.
that's what he was telling me. And I was like, wait, there's a campsite in Leeds Point, and I was like,
I
I never heard of that.
I've never
either.
heard of that. No.
Yeah, I was like,
never
wait,
heard of a campsite.
What are you even talking about?
Nah, where at?
In Leeds Point.
Unless
He
it
might
was
be
like
thinking
a
about-
private residence that he was
or
staying in.
Basto.
Maybe.
He might be
Maybe.
Basto.
Yeah.
I
He
think
said
was staying-
Leeds Point, but I was like,
No,
I don't know about that.
Smithville has a little.
Airbnb?
No, they got a bed and breakfast, like a little colonial hotel. You
No,
can
he
stay
was
in.
talking about a legitimate campsite that he had people coming to stay at.
Leeds Point?
in Leeds,
in Leeds
Point.
Point, yeah.
I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know anything.
I
about
have
that.
no
Google it?
idea.
We-
Yeah,
We got to Google it.
yeah. Well, that's research.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
see if there's a campsite. That could be a potential ground to go out. And
So
see
let me
what else
let
is
me
out
ask
there.
you a question, Tuck. Where you think this goes from here? You've been riding with us with this thing for 6 years, man. I ask you, what's next?
I honestly, I never in a million years could have imagined how many things happened since we filmed that.
It's incredible.
Both weird things to me personally too, and just like new opportunities, like doors just opening. But no, I think what's next is like I'm going to continue to just make content about it because a lot of people like it and I am interested in it. But I think we should all make another video too, just continue it. And then what I was saying before is you guys should set up like a Facebook account.
Yes,
and
that's what I mean.
like the main thing would be kind of a website
Yeah,
where you
that's
could
what
put
we're
all
working
of your
on. Yeah.
contact information
about.
and then like attach all of your appearances too, so that it would be like one hub for people to go to see all of the stuff that you guys have done. Do you
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you can create the website where it would be like the documentary that we did with you guys, and then it would be, you could put the Collins video and then a link to whatever video, but then it would all just be there listed. You know what I mean?
Okay, awesome.
Because
Yeah,
you
that's
can
what
just
something we wanna
take
do.
like YouTube videos and then embed them, so it'll take you to the video from your site, but it'll all be in one place for people to see.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this guy to get his part, his financial part. I'm ready to go.
But
yeah,
that's why I said
I'm
do
ready.
the Facebook page too, because it's free for now.
Okay.
And then you could just roll that into the website when you're actually ready to
Okay,
do the website.
okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you think we should create a
I think you
Facebook
should do a
account?
13th Watch Facebook like page, basically.
Okay.
So like not a group page because then other people can post, but like basically a page where you guys can post and connect with other people
Okay.
right?
Great idea.
I
Great
think
idea.
maybe you should create it, and then
Start that.
I can put a link to it too for people to go and
Sounds
then all
like a
you'd have to
plan.
do
I'm
is
with
every
it.
time you
with that.
figure something new out, or you just post on there, and then
Okay.
other people can comment too, or if other people want to talk to you guys about their experiences, stuff like that. It's a
Yeah,
way
that'd
to,
be great,
to
man.
connect with it, because like that's what we have a Facebook page, and it does. I mean, it does really well for like staying
Okay.
up with our followers, and they can connect with us directly.
Yeah.
Like if someone has a serious question or something, I'll
Okay.
answer it. Like
Okay.
I
Cool.
take the time to go and talk to people and
It's
answer.
done. Let's do it.
Let's
But
do
yeah,
it,
dude,
man.
thank you guys so much, and
Yeah,
we appreciate
absolutely.
you guys all for watching.
Yes.
That's it.
If you don't know about the Jersey Devil, get on board. This is a really interesting topic. So, yeah, it's freaking crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and
Peace.
yeah,
Peace.
that's it. That's
See
the
you
end of
next
the
time.
video. Shout out to Mike and Stefaun
Thanks,
for,
man.
for
Thank you.
continuing the dream.
Continue the
dream,
dream, baby.
That was great, man.
That was fun.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
That was fun, man. How we
That was
sound?
great, man.
It
sounds good.
It
Sounds
sounds
good,
Yes.
man.
good.
Yes.
Maybe we need to have that conversation. That was great.
That was fun.
All right, just ended the interview a little bit ago. Pretty fun podcast. So we got the audio file on here. What do we got? Michael and Stefaun camera here. So what happened was I started shooting the interview in 4K, right? And it literally filled up this card. And it was only a few minutes, like not even far into the interview. So I had to actually downgrade the quality to continue. So that's the first card. Second card, audio. And then this is the camera that would have been on me, and Sammy was there for a little, but then she had to run out, and being a mom life is heavy. So yeah, very interesting subject. Honestly, probably one of my favorite things to talk about. I could have just sit here without the cameras for like 4 hours and just talk to those guys about that. Not gonna lie. And they hooked us up with the most epic cake, and I just had a piece. So good. Thank you guys so much. Freedom to dream. That's the claim. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and there will be more like this coming. So please subscribe to the channel. Turn on all the post notifications so you know when we upload. And that's it. Keep pushing, everybody. Peace.